and get credentials. So if you haven't got credentials yet, please do that. But as of right now, you check in, you're getting a lanyard, an armband, and a pack of ballots. So if everybody can open those ballots, I wouldn't fill those ballots out yet because we're going to need looks like at least 4 of them. So we don't know which ones you're going to need yet. So don't write on it. We'll pick a random color. Give an extra pack of sample ballots so we can pick a color. I have a volunteer to pick the first ballot before we get started.
Green.
Okay. Well, hang on. Well, hold that thought. We have to get our candidate speeches before we pick our ballot color. You know, I know you guys. I used to say that. I don't think I would pick. Okay. So our timekeeper today is going to be Ellen Griffin. Ellen, would you please stand? Ellen is going to let us know. Each candidate is going to have 3 minutes. 3 minutes to speak. So she's going to let us know. She'll have signs. Yeah, it's in the rules, it's 3 minutes. It's in the standing rules, it's 3 minutes. So y'all adopted that, and if you want to change it, it's a 2/3 vote. Okay, so she's going to hold up a sign at 1 minute, at 2 minutes, and at 1 minute, she will hold up a sign to let you know. Okay, let's have a little discussion before we get to our candidate speeches. Let's talk about the aspects. Prefers. So, I have some friends in lots of other states. And you know what's a funny thing? It seems like some big truckers didn't get asterisks by their names. And that happened in a bunch of different states. Isn't that funny? So, you know, we had people pretty much all over the country pretty upset that they didn't get their name on there. So, just to let you know, that happened everywhere. And it mainly happens because it's a process that's mainly controlled by the RNC and things like that. And so things get sent to them, and it may not be what we think or whatever. But here's what I would like to say. Trump, how many of you have agreed with every Trump endorsement? How many of y'all have agreed with every Trump endorsement? Make up your, first of all, I've been to Mar-a-Lago plenty of times, okay? I'm just saying. So if you don't have to think Trump knows people, that he doesn't. He probably knows about 3 people on that list. There were some, Jennifer and I go down there often enough to say that he didn't know him, so don't get confused, okay? So there's that. My point here is, in anything, what do we rely on? We rely on God, right? We rely on God first, always. Men are fallible, right? We're all huge Trumpers. We love Trump. We vote back for Trump. That's how we are. That's who we are. But we also realize he's just a man. So what do? We rely on God, and we rely on our own intelligence. We actually do know these people. President Trump actually does know the 2 men who spoke at lunch today. He knows both of those. Actually, we met them at Mar-a-Lago. So he does know them. But anyway, just saying, don't get confused as to how the list got created. And know that. Trust yourself above all else. You know who goes to bat for you. You do know these people. You know them. And that's what's important. Okay? So that's my preface. And, let me think of anything else. Yes, sir. You were going to remind me of something, sir.
Just about the asterisks for those who endorse the Trump campaign and
prefer, not endorse.
Prefers. Okay. Pardon. You said you found it humorous, which kind of don't.
I didn't say that I found it humorous. No, I didn't say that.
Yeah.
Did I say that?
I thought it was funny that these came out the way they did, and then you gave some kind of explanation, which I'm still was more confusing. Your explanation was more confusing than on the whole topic as to these people like Trump, everyone loves God.
Do you have a point of information?
Do I have more information?
Do you have a question?
No, I'm just curious.
Okay.
Well, it's either a question or simply an objection that, that candidates are, some are pointed out as preferred. And on a ballot, I do not think that candidates should be.
Okay, your question, that is actually in the rules that were adopted by the state, that there are to be preferred. There have been preferred candidates when, back eons ago, and every 4 years, there's a candidate, whoever's going to be the nominee, and also others who are in the race, they prefer candidates. That part is nothing new. We do that every 4 years. We have candidates that prefer candidates, okay? So that part's not new. What's a little different is the list was made a little different than expected. So just use your best judgment. That's all I'm saying. Thank you, sir. That's in the rules that cannot be changed. It's in the state rules that were adopted at the summer state meeting of 23.
No, I don't know right here, but down the line, it does.
Yes, you can, but you only have one opportunity to edit that document. That opportunity comes at the summer state meeting before RNC delegate elections. That document does need an overhaul. I completely agree with you. Dr. Wells and I sat, and Jennifer Lancaster from the second, and Steve Smith from the second. We sat at a meeting and got 4 or 5. By the time we got to the 5th revision, people were tired, but we were able to get 4 revisions to that document, and we did not get to everything. Okay, because there was this point where people just quit listening. So yes, it doesn't need to be updated. Absolutely, I'm in full favor of that. But it almost gets in there, and it's before you know it. It happens before you know that you should be paying attention. You got to pay attention to that. The next time you got to pay attention to that is summer of 2027. Yeah. Okay.
I say something?
Yes, ma'am.
The ones with the 2 asterisks are chosen by the establishment. Let me just say that clearly.
Does anyone else have any comments?
Excuse me, the elder speech could be covered from the truth.
And when that report came out 3 or 4 days ago, I was stunned. It was sent to me. I had no idea. Honored, very honored. Trump fan all the way. Hear my speech. I'm here for Trump. Take it as it is.
Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and, we're at the point where All right, so we're going to go ahead and move on to candidate speeches. If you were a candidate, I would like you to come to the front and please stand. Actually, why don't we come to the podium? Y'all can see it here pretty good, huh? Y'all can see everybody. We got the lights going. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and call them in order that's on your ballot. Does anybody have a problem with that? So that you can kind of go along with your ballot. Here's the first one I heard them speak. Does that sound okay to everybody? Yes. Okay. So, looks like we're Tony Reese.